It was a quiet afternoon on a dusty countryside road, the kind where the wind hums softly through the trees and the only sound is the rumble of passing motorcycles. A group of bikers in leather jackets, known in the nearby towns as the Road Hawks, were cruising together after a charity ride. They looked rough on the outside, tattoos, loud engines, sunglasses hiding their eyes, but deep down they were men and women with good hearts. None of them could have guessed that what was about to happen would change their lives forever. As they rounded a curve, something small darted out from the trees. The bikers hit their brakes hard, tires screeched, gravel flew, and standing right in the middle of the road was a little girl no older than 7. Her face was streaked with tears, her tiny hands trembling as she waved frantically at them. "Please, please help me," she cried, her voice breaking. The leader of the bikers, a big man named Jack, killed the engine and jumped off his bike. "Hey, hey, calm down, sweetheart," he said gently, kneeling in front of her. "What's wrong?" The girl hiccuped between sobs. My mom, she's hurt, she fell, please save my mom." Without a second thought, Jack looked at his crew. "You heard her, let's move." They followed the girl as she ran barefoot down a narrow dirt path through the tall grass and toward a small, broken-down house near the edge of the woods. When they reached it, they saw a woman lying on the ground beside the porch, pale, breathing hard, her leg pinned under a fallen wooden beam. "Get that off her," Jack barked. Two bikers rushed forward, lifting the heavy beam while another checked her pulse. The woman moaned in pain but was conscious. Her daughter fell to her knees beside her. "Mommy, they came to help." The woman's eyes fluttered open, tears of relief mixing with dirt on her cheeks. Thank you," she whispered weakly. It turned out she'd been fixing the porch when it collapsed, trapping her leg. With no one around for miles and her phone dead, she couldn't call for help. Her daughter had run for almost half a mile until she found the bikers. The crew worked quickly. They cleaned and wrapped her wound with what first aid supplies they carried, then carefully lifted her into one of their support vans used for their rides. The little girl clung to her mother's hand the entire time. Jack made sure to drive carefully to the nearest hospital, riding his Harley right beside the van. When they reached the emergency room, the doctors took over. The mother was treated for a broken leg and dehydration. She'd be fine, they said, thanks to how fast help arrived. The little girl ran to Jack and hugged him tightly. "You saved my mom," she said softly, her small voice trembling. "You're like heroes." Jack's rough voice cracked slightly. "Nah, kiddo, we just did what anyone should do." But the truth was, not everyone would. Over the next few days, the bikers visited the mother and daughter often. They brought food, repaired the porch, and even replaced the broken boards with strong new ones. The little girl started calling them "my angels with engines." The crew laughed, but those words stayed with them. Soon, a video about what happened went viral, captured by a passing driver who'd seen the bikers rushing to help. People across the internet called them the gentle giants. Messages flooded in, faith in humanity restored. These bikers are real heroes. The world needs more people like them. When Jack read the comments, he just smiled. "We didn't do it for fame," he said quietly to his crew one evening as they sat around a campfire. "We did it because that little girl believed someone out there would care, and she was right." That night, they made a new vow to use their rides not just for fun, but to look out for anyone who needed help along the road. Weeks later, when the mother was fully healed, she stood by her porch watching the bikers prepare for another charity run. Her daughter ran to each of them, giving hugs before they started their engines. As the bikes roared to life, the wind carried her voice. "Be safe, thank you for saving my mommy." Jack looked back one last time and lifted his hand in a salute. And as the engines thundered down the road, the mother whispered with tears in her eyes, "There really are angels among us, they just ride motorcycles." So if this story touched your heart, if you believe kindness still rides among us, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Because every week we share true stories that remind us all, heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear helmets and leather jackets, and they show up right when the world needs them most. A few months passed after that unforgettable day, but for little Emily, the girl who ran to the bikers crying for help, the memory never faded. Every time she heard the distant rumble of motorcycles, she'd drop whatever she was doing and run outside, hoping it was them. Her mom, Sarah, had healed well, though she still walked with a slight limp, but her heart was full of gratitude. Those strangers, those rough-looking bikers, had become something like family. One crisp Sunday morning, as golden sunlight spilled through the trees, Emily and her mother heard a familiar sound, a deep, rhythmic growl of engines approaching. Emily's eyes lit up. "Mom, it's them, it's the Road Hawks." Sure enough, a convoy of bikes turned the corner, dust swirling behind them. Jack was leading as always, his leather jacket shining under the sun, the Road Hawk's emblem proudly stitched on the back, a pair of wings wrapped around a road. As the group stopped in front of the house, Emily ran straight into Jack's arms. "I missed you," she said, her face glowing with excitement. Jack laughed, lifting her up easily. "Well, we missed you too, kiddo. You've been taking care of your mom." And she made cookies for you all." The crew cheered as Sarah came out carrying a big tray of warm cookies. "I figured heroes might like something sweet," she said with a smile. Jack shook his head humbly. "We're no heroes, ma'am, just writers trying to do some good."